Hi everyone. In today's digital world, you must have heard about tools like AI, ChatGPT, and DALL-E, right? Well, all these tools are part of something called generative AI. So in this video, let's explore what exactly is generative AI? How is it different from other types of AI? And how can we use it in real life? Don't skip this video. By the end, you won't just understand AI, you'll also know how it can be useful for you. Part 1. First of all, what is AI? AI stands for artificial intelligence. Basically, machine intelligence that tries to think and act like humans. In simple words, it's like training a computer to make decisions and perform tasks. Example, Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant. These tools understand your voice and respond. That's AI in action. There are different branches of AI like machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing. These help AI to learn from data and make decisions. Part 2. What is generative AI? Generative AI is a special type of AI that learns from existing data and then creates new content from it. Examples: ChatGPT for generating text, DALL-E for creating images, Sora for generating videos, and Musical.ly for composing music. It uses pre-trained models and responds to your prompts creatively. That means you ask a question, it gives a smart, creative answer. Part 3. How does generative AI work? Generative AI runs on machine learning and deep learning, especially using transformers and neural networks. Here's how it works. 1. Training, feeding it huge amounts of data like text, images, audio, video. 2. Inference, responding to your prompt using learned patterns. 3. Fine-tuning, customizing it for specific tasks or industries. Prompt engineering is key. The better your input, the better the output. Next, part 4, traditional AI versus generative AI. Traditional AI follows fixed rules. Example, an ATM checking if cash is available, yes or no. Generative AI creates new content like text, image, music, etc. Example, writing an article, generating a design, or composing a tune. Key differences: feature, output type, flexibility, training goal. Traditional AI output type, decisions, classifications. Flexibility, limited, very flexible and creative. Training goal, task-specific, multitask, general purpose. Generative AI new content, text, image, video. Next, part 5, real-world applications. Generative AI is now being used in many industries: education, instant tutors, lesson plan creation, healthcare, summarizing medical reports, marketing, writing blogs, designing ads, movies, script writing, animating scenes, gaming, story narration, character design. Even platforms like Canva AI, Notion AI, and Google Gemini are using generative AI to simplify creative work. Part 6. Advantages and limitations. Advantages: generates content quickly, saves time and effort, delivers personalized experiences, boosts creativity. Limitations: may produce biased or incorrect results. Copyright concerns with generated content, needs high computing power, raises privacy and ethical questions. So, it's important to use it carefully, give clear prompts, and always verify the output. Part 7. Future of generative AI. The future is exciting. Anyone can use generative AI. Students, teachers, marketers, developers. With no-code, low-code tools, even non-tech people can create amazing things. Ethical AI is becoming a priority. We must use these tools responsibly. Job roles are evolving. Prompt engineer, AI content creator, AI trainer, creative tech specialist. Generative AI isn't here to replace jobs. It's here to enhance them, helping you work smarter, not harder. So friends, that's generative AI. It's more than just a tech trend, it's a digital revolution. If you like the video, do like, share, subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. If you wanted to learn generative AI full-length course, contact to the number shown below. Ask your questions in the comments. I'll definitely reply. Until next time, think smart, work smart with AI.